very, very special good evening. Of course, Madam Chairlady, Mrs. Renuka Sagram Singh Suklal, next Member of Parliament, my friends, for the electoral district of St. Augustine. Yes? We recognize Dr. the Honorable Keith Rowley, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, political leader of the People's National Movement, and candidate for Diego Martin West. We recognize Mr. Esmond Ford, candidate for the electoral district of TUNAPUNA. He's going to retain that seat come August 10th. And of course, one of the hardest working ministers, not only in Trinidad, but the region, Honorable Terence Dial Singh. And he continues to represent and will be the next representative continuing his particular tenure there in St. Joseph. Now, as you can see, I just came from a walk. It's busy times, but it's exciting times. And I can safely say that in this journey, and of course in my journey, the journey of life, I've always depended upon my ability to connect with salient issues, the issues of the day, and project meaningful interventions and solutions. Now I stand here very humbled as your candidate for Barataria San Juan with a sense of destiny, a vessel for some divine purpose. That's honestly how I feel. And recently, I can safely tell you that the team, and when I say team, I'm talking about the campaign team, consisting of the campaign manager, of course, concerned citizens, the councillors of the Barataria San Juan area, who I work closely with, contractors, volunteers. We have embarked on a great initiative, and it's one that we know will continue post-August 10th. We have been able to pool our resources, mobilize, and we have been able to make the lives of some of our burgesses a little bit better. Over 200 persons have volunteered thus far to assist, and we have been able to do some painting, change a roof, fix up some floors, that kind of stuff. And I can safely tell you that it's hard work, but when we leave and we see the before and after, there is a feeling of true satisfaction, and that's what this journey is about for me. Service for community, service for country. Representation, ladies and gentlemen, is no trifle matter. Now I place myself in front of you as a young man with purpose and destiny and passion. And when I was looking at the word choice, because right choice, that's the theme, that's the mantra for this election. The dictionary defines the word choice as an act of choosing between two or more possibilities. Now, our Twin Islands, young, very young on the world stage when we look at other mighty democracies, other countries that would have been around from Rock of Ages. And just like the country and our personal life, every day we turn a page, and ever so often we turn a chapter. And this particular moment in our country's history is yet another important chapter, and a chapter that we must make the right choice going forward. You see, we must understand that when it comes to choices, some are difficult, as mentioned by the Minister of Health earlier. Some might be even unpopular. But we have a man of metal, a man of steel, a man who understands that at the end of the day, it's not about always the popular decisions. Because trying to please everyone, as we all know this in life, that's an impossible undertaking. I want to give you a quick example. You know, I come from the world of music. Bob Marley, the greatest musical star to ever come out of the Caribbean, died in '81, still a legend. To this day, his music lives on. We all know the words to the song One Love, right? One Love, you know it, right? One Love. Now, there's no doubt that that song is a classic. It will play for years to come. Check out this interesting piece of information. On YouTube, that song received 185 million views, 638,000 likes, and would you believe, 20,000 dislikes. So that's just a little parallel to show you that even something as pure and as genius as art, something that we know on a rational mind, it makes total sense. It's one love. But they have 20,000 people across this world that give a thumbs down and dislike that. So that goes to show when it comes to decisions, it must be made. And at the end of the day, once it's for country, once it's about moving in the direction that we're supposed to go, we go with it. And that's why we applaud the strength and the character and the mettle of our Prime Minister and our Prime Minister going forward post August 10th, Dr. Keith Rowley. Yeah, never be afraid to go against the grade. There will always be a chorus of criticism, a chorus of selfishness. But as everything else in life, that chorus will always have to exit stage left. Because you always exit on stage left, eh? Well, that's the left, right? Exit stage left. So, at the end of the day, I'm here to, again, bring forward that particular point as to why we are the right choice going into this election, August 10th, in this calendar year, 2020. Now, in closing, I place myself before you, a man who is dedicated to service to others, a man with the ability to mobilize, and I've been doing that so far with the Helping Hands initiative. You can go online and see the great work, and it's a chance for me, and I am prepared to offer that commitment to the constituents of Barataria San Juan to make it a bigger, better, brighter place. Now, whether it's a chance for someone to volunteer, lend a hand for the noble cause, whether it's a chance for me to bring forward information that's already out there with government programs already in place to ensure that some of the young men and young women in the area are gainfully employed, I'm willing to go the extra mile for the constituency, to energize, to enlist, to ensure that that visible and accessible representation that they've been asking for, because that's what they're asking for, is indeed delivered. Ladies and gentlemen, the People's National Movement is where you belong, is where we belong. And I stand here a man of, as I mentioned, passion, sincerity, and purpose. And on election day, with God in your thoughts and positivity in your heart, walk to the polling station. As I said in a previous meeting, it's a nice, intimate situation. We've all voted before. You go there, you're by yourself, you watch the balize looking nice, you say, yes. You take a moment, and whether you stamp it with some kind of authority, or you do a gentle caress, you put it right next to the balize. Yes? And with a whisper, with a nice whisper, or whether you shout it out loud, after you place it there by that balize, we will say that famous cry, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, and we shall prevail.